to be
Headbang.
back in Metal Radio, and the opportunity of your second release is more than fortunate. Cold Down the Sun is just out on March 11th through Napalm Records. I'm with Rikke from Konvent, a Danish death doom blackened band.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Actually, I'm reading the press release because I can see so many influences in your sound. I think it's the basic guidelines, and then you take it a few steps further as you create. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Tell me about Cold Down the Sun.
Yeah, so it's our second album, and we started writing it almost immediately after we left the studio after we finished our first album, Puritan Masochism, and I would say the main theme on Cold Down the Sun is we tried to write an album about sort of the eternal chase or hunt for happiness, because we feel like that's something that we're being told a lot in our society, that we have to change a lot of things about ourselves in our lives in order to be fully happy, and even then it's not enough. We have to change a lot of other things as well, and it's sort of this constant. It's like this vicious circle that never ends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rather dark, and the lyrics are very much to the point. I mean, I think that everyone can relate with the lyrics and the themes that you touch. What inspires you to write?
Well, we're very inspired by sort of the darker sides of the human mind. So things like trauma and just manipulation, and things like depression and being a bystander to someone with depression or other mental illnesses. So sort of we write a lot of songs about those themes.
Do your fans reach out and say that they find some sort of catharsis or some sort of help through your music?
I can't remember if we've had any messages from people saying that exactly, but maybe that's what some of them are saying when they're like praising our album. Maybe that's sort of the unsaid thing.
I see.
Mm.
Tell me about the feedback you've gotten so far for the new album.
Well, we've had a lot of really good feedback, which I don't know why I'm so surprised. I was surprised with the positive feedback on the first album, and I guess I thought, okay, well, we can't repeat that, but we've had a lot of really good reviews and lots of really good feedback. So yeah, we're still very overwhelmed by that.
About your vocals, praising them to the status of being the best in the genre. Tell me about your vocals and how.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's some praise. Well, I think. Well, back when I started singing in with a death metal vocal, I did it before we formed Konvent, before we even started the band, And it was something that I just did for myself because I'd just been so curious about the technique for so many years. I mean, going to metal shows since I was a teenager and stuff like that. I've just always been curious as to how on earth it's possible to create these sounds just with the help of your body and your vocal cords. Yeah, so just started that, and it's just started a passion, I guess, for trying to do this right. And then I guess I've just had tips and tricks from other vocalists during the years. I've watched, the Melissa Cross warm-up DVDs 1,000 times, and yeah, I guess my my main point when I'm singing is I just try to relax, and I try to not force my vocal or push. So I think the sounds that I can do is created because I'm sort of reached a point where I'm able to relax doing it.
Sounds nothing but relaxed.
Yeah, it's funny.
Tell me about, do you have any influences? Do you have any particular singers that you follow and you've kind of tried to, not imitate, but adapt some of their characteristics?
Yeah, so I absolutely love John Gallagher from Dying Fetus. I think his depth to his vocal is just so crazy how he can sing so like in such a deep range. He's a big inspiration. And also Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation. I think his range is absolutely mind-blowing. I tried playing around with doing some more melodic stuff on Call Down the Sun, and sort of tried to imitate his technique, but I landed in a place that's pretty far away from what he can do. But I still think it's okay what I managed to do on this record, and I mean, at least I tried.
Say that you drew attention to yourselves with your debut, and every band has some sort of pressure for the second album, because especially if it's a successful debut, you need to be equally successful. In my ears, it looks like you're on your way into achieving a great artistic career. I mean, it sounds that you're evolving and you're enriching your sound. How did you work on that? Did you try to push yourselves further? How was the creative process of the second album?
So the creative process, it started out with, we all agreed that we wanted to try and push ourselves a bit more for this album, really try to challenge ourselves. And Sarah, our guitarist, she set this challenge for herself that she wanted to try and write a guitar solo. And I tried to dabble in the more melodic vocals and stuff like that. And I think we were just overall just more aware of finding or researching or finding inspiration, and just actively listening to more bands in order to find inspiration, and just to see what other bands can do. So yeah, I think we were a bit more aware of seeking out inspiration and just expanding our horizons overall for this album.
So now you've set the bar even higher. How does that feel?
Well, I think we're pretty proud of the album. I think right now, we're just really proud and really overwhelmed with the positive feedback. But I mean, right now we're in a funny place as a band because Sarah, she just became a mom, and it's the first Konvent baby, and now we try to now we need to learn how to navigate in that. Because of course she can't just drop everything and then go on a 3-month tour or something like that if that was something that we would get offered. So yeah, we still need to navigate in this, but I mean it's going to be fine. It's something that we've talked about for years, that maybe someday a baby will come along and that'll give us I guess another challenge, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be impossible to be a band and play together and write music and tour. Yeah.
Since we opened the conversation about touring, tell me about what are your plans currently?
Yeah, well, our plans is to go on a European tour here in April. We start the first leg of the tour on April 8th. So we're playing Scandinavia and Northern Europe, and we have a show in London as well. So we do 2 weeks, then we have 1 week off, and then 2 weeks again in May.
Are there any plans? Do you plan on summer festivals, or is it too soon yet?
We have a few summer festivals planned out. So we have Full Force, and we have Roskilde Festival. We have a few others that I can't remember right now. Sorry.
In the last song of the album, Harena, you used some strings. Tell me about it. Do you plan adapting into this habit? Is it something that you like? Maybe do it again in the future? Elaborate on that.
Yeah, it could be fun. I mean, I guess we're just really open to trying new things, and having a string section on this album was completely new for us. So maybe it's going to be something completely different on the third album, but we don't know yet. Let's see. But actually, originally, we wrote the song Harena, and we recorded it in the studio. And when we were listening to the first mix, all of us at home, we all sort of had this feeling that we wanted to add some string instruments, or maybe like some keyboards, or just a more melodic aspect into certain parts of the song. And we just talked to our producer about it, and he knew this guy called Felix, who was had gone to, I think, music college and plays the violin and the cello. And he just asked him one day if he could come down for a day and see what he could do with this song. And we were there, and we sort of directed him a bit, and he gave it his own shot. And yeah, he just created this beautiful string section for the song, and it just worked out really well.
What is your favorite song in the album?
I think it's hard to choose, but if I have to choose one, it's probably Pipe Dreams. Because it's very it's the pace is a bit faster, and it's kind of just like in your face, and it has some nice sort of breakdowns, and it's, for me, it's just a really fun song to sing live. It's really one of the songs that I'm looking forward to the most to sing when we go on tour. It's a powerful song with a great energy
and a really powerful theme. Yeah. beating a bit of your pace because you are doomish, you have some sludge elements? Would you consider making faster songs? You think?
We're absolutely open to that. Definitely. I think the last thing we want to do as a band is to sort of stagnate or to repeat ourselves. And we really want to continue on this path of challenging ourselves. So yeah, we're very open to new ideas, new writing forms, new what's it called, like song patterns, new paces, everything.
Being a band from Denmark, is it different from being anywhere else in the world? I mean,
Mm,
maybe being German or American.
yeah, I think it is. I mean, we are extremely lucky and privileged to live in a country like Denmark that has so much social security. I mean, we all have full-time jobs. Like we're not at a place in our band career where we can live off of our music.
Hmm.
But we have a place to live. Everyone, we can pay our rent and buy food and stuff. And I think if you're from a country like America, um, like everything is so expensive. Like if you want a college degree, then you have to take out a massive loan. And I mean, if you have to, like everything's just so expensive. I mean, and if you don't have like the minimum wage is extremely low in America, and I mean, band equipment and music instruments are expensive. Um, so yeah, I think people from America and maybe other places in the world face some very different challenges than we do up here. I think in some way we need to remind ourselves how lucky we are to be living in a country like Denmark.
I see. Um, that's all from me. I don't know if you have anything else to add for the new album. I personally had high expectations and you exceeded them.
Yay! I'm glad to hear that.
So I'm definitely a fun girl for
Wonderful.
I don't know if there's anything else that you'd like to add.
No, just if people want to come out and see us live, they can absolutely do that. Check out our tour dates. They're on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. See if we hit a town near you. And otherwise, I hope everybody is enjoying the album.
Hopefully, we can catch you live sometime soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
Very much.